Hello guys, good evening to you all. Welcome back to Age of Performance. We have another video today with the 7 series. This is a 6-year-old 730 LD and we are doing a host of things to it, one of which is a complete servicing, bit of suspension work, bit of wiring work, but yeah, nothing too complicated or out of the ordinary. We've just finished doing the coolant flush as well, got the right coolant in there. And today's video is going to be about explaining how to identify the correct level of engine oil in your car, also how to look for good oil, bad oil, when it's time to change, and a couple of DIY tips for all of you guys that like to open the hood of your car and do things yourself. So let's get started. Right guys, so first thing you're going to need is an old bit of rag, 2 strong pairs of hands, lift your bonnet. Alright, so what are we looking for? We're going to look for a dipstick. Now, some cars don't have a dipstick and some do. Fortunately, this car does. And for those of you that don't have a dipstick, don't worry, we will talk about that in due course. So, what we need to do is, we need to reach for the dipstick. Now, if your engine is hot, please be careful, use a pair of gloves or rather a rag as I have. And we are going to pull gently on the dipstick. Gently, why? Because when we pull it out, this handle here at times can actually get loose. Now this one's a bit better made on this BMW, but on the Volkswagens especially, those of you that have one will know that it's actually an orange sort of a hook. So that hook is really loose, and out of experience I can tell you that we have broken a few, and to replace the dipstick isn't expensive, but in a place like India can take a while to get. So what's the first thing you're going to do? We're going to take the dipstick and we're going to clean it with a rag. We're not going to put it back inside, we're going to clean it like so, all right? Now, every single dipstick that we've come across so far has a measuring sign here. So we have minimum here and maximum here. So what we're looking for is oil should start to rise from here all the way till max, which will be here. If it goes beyond this little corner here any more upwards, that is generally overfilled oil, which is dangerous for the car almost as much as having less fuel in the car is, because you can damage the tappet covers and you could probably end up with a leak or damage to one of the pumps, possibly the oil coolers. So in it goes. Be gentle when you put it in. Some of them are quite long, so you might have to thread your hand like so to make sure it's actually straight. Don't yank it if it's bending like that, because you'll damage the dipstick. Keep it in for 10 seconds. 10 seconds and wait. Right, let's have a look. And there you go. Oil is exactly there. Now, what is very important for everybody to remember, if you are living in a cold country, or for that matter, even if you're living in a warm country, before you start your car, if you've left it overnight, the engine's cold. Not a good time to check oil. Always make sure that your car reaches about 90 to 100 degrees Celsius before opening the dipstick to check what your oil level is, all right? The last test for today is how to check quality. Now this particular engine is already warm. We have serviced it. It's got 7 litres of fresh 5W30 engine oil in it already. So what are we looking for? Now there are many ways to check the quality of oil. Now for me personally, looking at engine oil will not tell you anything. I don't believe in that, simply because the moment you put fresh engine oil into a car, even if you drive for 100 kilometers or 200 kilometers, it's going to get black. So please remember that anyone who tells you engine oil will remain a good color for a long time, there is too much of deposit in the engine already. You can't flush an entire engine clean of engine oil, so it is going to get black, okay? The density of the blackness can, and of course will by time, get thicker, but this is what you need to do. You take your finger like so on the dipstick, rub a little bit of oil. That will give you an actual color. Now you can see here, this is a light sort of black if you like, but it's extremely light. If you go into your car and you have driven, say, for a few thousand or more, you will see this to be very black. But what's important is the viscosity, and that is what all the grading means. If you feel that your oil is sticky, really, really sticky, and it's sort of strainy like that, and it stinks. So if you put it next to your nose and you smell that really strong sort of foulness, that's the only way I can describe it, that means it's time to change your oil. So there's a top tip for today. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, please hit us up on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is 5 days old now. Any other videos, any other help you guys need, any DIY tips, let us know at AJ Performance. Cheers.